just cut the music because that music was hitting right there too.
Where are we?
Puppets.
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
The culprit entered the lab before an ammo pile.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death!
Well, that gotta be
At the
true.
crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
Yes. It entered before. No, what? Because of this whole, the way this whole labyrinth been tricking me, I want to say no for some reason.
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer? Is correct!
Okay, that kind of did scare me a little bit because I was thinking like, what if that person kicked the ammo pile down and then stabbed the man 3 times in the back and bounced?
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
All right. Well, these questions are something.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko
Right.
and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the lab.
Okay, what's going on here? We go again. Curtains.
Huh?
Did she lie?
Back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also Yuma. There's no need to push yourself if things...
No, I can do it.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I
Going to
keep
solve
pressing
it.
A too fast. Where was the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
No way. I'm starting to get kind of scared thinking it's Fubuki.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
But it couldn't be her because she was by her side when somebody stepped on the thing, though, huh?
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Why is this man asking me like that with a smile on his face? He is really liking this, isn't he? Oh, where was the culprit before the crime was committed? No way he was in there, huh? What's this right here? Oh, okay, so this is where we at. This is the air, poison, electricity. Want to say he was in that bathroom right now. Where was he at? Also, the doors can already be open.
Here.
Only one spot.
The culprit must have been here.
Yay! It opened!
Ooh. Oh my God. Wait. I think I know how this happened now. He waited inside that panel for them to send in Omipal. And then when Omipal got past the toxic and basically pressed the button, once we pressed that button and everything, the toxic was gone, he came right behind. And then once Omipal cleared that panels and pressed the button, and knowing that we can't turn and see what's going on, he went in, killed the dude, kicked Omipal out the way, and then left. Oh no, that can't be true, can it?
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber,
Did I just solve that?
when we went to borrow Omipal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There, the culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Did we just figure that out? So I guess it can't be the small guy.
In there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
That would be smart.
The culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Omipal into the airlock.
All because this guy was
Remember,
acting.
Yuma, you guided Omipal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before them? How would that be possible?
After
Only Omipal could get past security, right?
he did.
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe
Bro, what
there's
is
another
going
Omipal
on?
in it.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Omipal.
Which means the Omipal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
Oh man, it's stuttering
So the
too.
culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Omipal to get into the doctor's lab.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
Hey, waited.
There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well,
Come on, man.
I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up?
Oh,
I'm getting tired.
I was really trying to pay attention too. I was really sitting here paying attention. Thought he about to say something useful.
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
How did the culprit use the Omipal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth.
As a weapon, as a
Definitely
shield,
getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
as a shield. He gotta know something. He gotta know. It gotta be as a shield.
Huh? What do you mean, use Omipal as a shield?
Let him do all the
Omipal is
work.
supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right? The culprit may have used Omipal as a shield against the security system.
So, the culprit followed behind Omipal to avoid the toxic gas and explosions?
I get it! You're so smart, Master!
He also used us
Really?
though.
I don't think so.
He didn't just use Omipal.
Master just showed off.
He also
how
used
smart
us.
and logical he is.
Not this again. Look at this thing.
Master wasn't smart after all. Come on, take it from the top.
Oh, here we go. Got to let that blood flow to the head. The toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapal.
It's gonna crush us!
Then I press. I press or I press. Oh, so it's no.
Yeah, even if Amapel itself is fine, it wouldn't be able to protect the culprit from the toxic gas.
Didn't have to wait though. See, the high voltage shot can be bypassed on. Well, yes, but
Even though Amapel is sturdy, it couldn't withstand the high voltage shock from the panel chamber.
oh wait, so that means they knew. I'm starting to think it was Chief.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapel's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor.
Right.
Which means Amapel wasn't the murder weapon, and the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
Which we just figured out.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
No way.
Ow!
Huh?
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Where was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
Right.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
I mean, you will get mad at this, but he does have a point.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
It would have been funny if she started kicking him, though.
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
You had to say all that.
Fine. Just one thing, then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapal?
So, where is more important than how?
With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapal?
Actually, something did happen to Amapal before we was able to...
Clues are always there,
Right.
right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them.
I didn't think about it. See, it's always the small things. It's the smallest things. I didn't even think about that.
Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was
Right.
that?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
Wait, what if somebody, that footprint that we found wasn't when Amapal went inside? But what if somebody stepped on Amapal to get into the airlock?
That was a
The
good way
panel.
to help solve this mystery?
Yep.
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries.
Just
You
have to
just
notice.
haven't noticed them.
Who is Vivia? I mean, jeez, this might be a downer, but this person kind of a genius or something.
Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Look at this guy. Like, I thought Helena was on something, but
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapal's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off?
culprit had Amapal.
How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this guy?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Hmm. How did the culprit? Why didn't?
One mystery after another!
What caused Amapal's malfunction in the airlock? Where was the culprit before the crime? Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? How did the culprit use Amapal?
What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it.
Right.
There's plenty of time.
Ain't that
Or not.
he goes
I'll
straight to
keep
the
reading
couch.
while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
Of course. What caused Amapal malfunction? Yeah, he jumped on it. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? They were on top of the head.
I got it! The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a
What?
method of transportation.
This guy just flipping stuff.
The door opened!
With every open
See, that would
door,
explain that footstep.
it will be harder for you to turn back. Like
Absolutely.
Oh, my
I'll
bad.
find the truth no
This
matter
man
what.
talking so
This is
slow.
the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
This man talking so slow. It was like I thought he was done. See, he keeps saying it. keeps saying that. I'm starting to think it was Chief, maybe.
What did you mean by that?
Oh, wait, right?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through. After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device.
Why would you take that chance?
Head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapel can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
Right.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
And don't forget though, we did do a 360 too.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
Why did you have to say something?
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
Here it comes.
This case's greatest mystery?
Wonder what could that be?
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah? Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Nope.
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Beats me.
I had to go with the harder one first because did he climb on top of the door?
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point.
Right.
It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Man, hops.
The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this? We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
No how?
If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash.
What's up with this doing? Trash.
I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
I didn't notice that, but half of his mouth is red and blue. Pubic keys, ghost form. I mean,
Culprit hopped off Amapel as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door.
no. Ooh.
That's impossible even for Think the Slaughter Artist.
What?
Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Oh, I just guessed on that.
Mystery.
The moment he said I'm on pals, I mean, I took a chance.
Amapel is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs.
Right.
That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
That's what he is. That was it?
I get it. So Amapel couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates.
All right, that's
That's
too
how the
much.
culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
That's too much of a blind spot.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
And they must have known about I'm on pal too.
I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
This guy, I mean, I'm dark too. I kind of like dark things. That's dark.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Okay, this gotta be the last time with him. This gotta be the last time with him.
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
All right.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is.
He should have screamed or something.
If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
All right. So he knew who the person was.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Man, he helping you out.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
No, he just telling facts. I can't be mad at that.
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit!
This guy.
Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
When you calm down. Which one it is?
Damn it!
I'm just here to get the
Your
points, you
deduction
know.
is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
That claim doesn't hold up.
He bad hitting that. See that backhand? Playing some tennis or badminton. You see that back?
No.
Or pickleball.
Culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent.
3 times though.
By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way! The culprit.
This one, right? You got.
Quickly entered the lab.
Oh, that was
But the
close.
doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder.
You probably knew. Oh no.
Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
Nope.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, He would have heard someone coming.
Oh, we couldn't hear. Right, that's it right there.
This is the truth.
He couldn't hear.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What that's supposed to mean?
What?
Right.
I refuse to see the truth? Vivia said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
Don't tell me Chief really did this.
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first.
The culprit's soul is not here because he's already dead.
Hang on. What are you getting at?
No way.
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Because it was like I was saying, like, why would the culprit risk his or her life knowing that, I mean, you talking about the poison too, and then also the electric panels.
Hey!
Unless they knew who was the one controlling, you know, the people behind it.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
Right.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Don't
Let's
do
review
that.
your deduction, shall we?
See, Vivia's a cool
Culprit took
person.
advantage of Amapal's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapal while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
We already told you that.
That's a good question. Please don't tell me it was detective because he used a disguise. But there is somebody else that I'm thinking of because I do not want it to be the chief.
The culprit rode on top of Amapal as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Well, besides from Thunderbolt messing up the first time. Oh, man.
Oh.
Really?
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Even she was stomped too.
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
I know this is just something from the labyrinth, but this man is on a whole nother level. He said the king and the guardian.
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
Who is he covering up for?
Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
Like, Vivia was kind of telling him not to do this, but now that he's here, he actually is trying to help him do this the right way.
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Bro.
Good luck. You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come.
Oh man, I'm starting to think bad things. But the detectives gotta do what detectives gotta do, but please tell me I'm thinking wrong.
Keep playing with your shit, don't you?
This guy is on another level with the...
You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security?
This man.
The critical lab security system was always live.
Right.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
I got a
Don't
point.
tell me the culprit is a robot.
How did the culprit break through the panel chain?
But that's right.
Hey, I knew it was something.
This mystery.
I knew it was something. Yeah, you done for, man. Go hit the shop.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte.
Wait, cause like, I mean, personally, from what we saw, I did it on one try. But let's say we kept doing it again and again. Didn't Fubuki say that she kept trying to save him, but it didn't help? Didn't she say that?
In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, it went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
Well, I gotta give it to that person. They wanted that man dead.
But
They wanted blood. Ooh,
Which
we.
means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in.
Oh man, now you know that's bad.
What are you going to do?
Even my confidence starting to go down.
It's time to decide your past and your future.
He can't even remember his past.
Why, Vivia?